Interested in joining the Yukon Nintendo Club Pokemon Draft League? Good. Not interested? Well, keep watching and see if you change your mind. I'll be quick, I promise. So what is a Pokemon Draft League, you ask? In a Pokemon Draft League, players will pick a Pokemon from a set pool, but cannot pick a Pokemon that's already been taken by another player. Each player takes a turn picking one by one until every player has a full draft. For our league, this is about 11 Pokemon. Let's see. This we got a paste here that'll kind of give you an idea of how the draft works, more or less. And so you see there's only 3 people in this draft. Obviously, we'll have a lot more in our actual draft. But you can see it's like somebody goes first, right, takes Mew. Somebody goes next, takes Scizor. The person last, the wheel pick, takes Zapdos. And then take Flygon because they go twice in a row with their wheel. Somebody takes Golem. And then it goes back to top, and that person takes Drapion, and they can take one more since they were first. So they'll take 2 from that point onward, and we'll go back to the guy in the middle, go back to the guy in the bottom, they'll take 2, go back to the guy in the middle, so forth. You get the idea. So that's how the draft works. And once somebody takes Scizor, that person's claimed Scizor, right? Nobody else can take it. So next up is the main season itself. So each week a player is scheduled to fight another player. This might give you an idea of how it works, right? We have the different weeks with the different players against each other. This was for last season. And they will bring 6 of their Pokemon to a battle in Pokemon Showdown. If you don't know what Pokemon Showdown is, it's right over here. It's like a really convenient battle simulator. You can use it to have battles that are basically just like the games. Let's just pull one up, for example. As you can see, you got 2 people fighting, and all the mechanics are the same, right? It's just like you're playing Pokemon Sword and Shield or whatever relevant Pokemon game. Yeah, and it's pretty neat, pretty useful, because it's all that stuff right in your browser. So, that is Pokemon Showdown. And that's what we use for our Draft League. Whichever players end up having the best records will end up making playoffs at the end of the season, which is a single elimination tournament to determine the champion. But the question on your mind might be, what all makes this all fun? Well, for starters, Pokemon is just fun, you know this. But for those who are familiar with Pokemon Showdown online battling in general, you may be used to searching for a battle only to end up facing a team something like this. Yeah, it's okay, maybe not that bad, but you've almost certainly seen a team like this, right? Just something like a lot of the really strong Pokemon, the more you battle, the more you see them, right? They're just kind of the best in the meta. They've risen to the top. They're the strongest overall, and you're just going to be seeing them over and over and over again. It gets kind of boring. If you're not using these Pokemon, it can be hard to beat these Pokemon. It gets very repetitive. Not really why people like Pokemon, right? It's gotta catch them all, not gotta catch the 6 best ones, 6, 12, 20 best ones, just use those and nothing else. So yes, not very fun, but Draft League solves that. Because this is for a couple of reasons why Draft League gets rid of this problems. One of the main ones is that no Pokemon can be taken more than once, right? So you might end up with a team like this. In addition to no Pokemon being able to be taken more than once, you also have tiers that you have to pick from to make sure that you're choosing a diverse set of Pokemon, right? And not just a team of 11 really strong Pokemon, right? You've got some things like weaker things, like on this team here, we've got Sandslash or Roselia that are a little weaker, right? But they have their uses, and you may be able to find ways to use them on your team, which is always interesting and fun. And it's not just the Pokemon, even the sets tend to be more diverse in draft format. This is because when you're battling online, you need to prepare for just about every strong Pokemon that people use. But with draft, let's just take an example, like, say, Vaporeon. It almost always runs a bulky cleric set, like you see here, right? But, during a week when an opponent I had lacked a strong electric or grass type to overpower it, I found myself running a much different set, something like this, and it actually worked out for me in that game. So it can be really freeing and refreshing just how, in draft, you can try battling a wide range of Pokemon, and you have the flexibility to actually try to counter them in unique ways like this. You don't just always have to go for it the same route, because you're not trying to deal with every Pokemon in the game. You're just going to deal with the 11 that your opponent have for that week. Let's see. Of course, in addition to all this competitive mumbo jumbo, right? The Draft League can be an excellent opportunity to socialize with other Nintendo Club members and some Yukon alumni boomers, such as myself. I would say our Silver Division tends to be accommodating for newer players. The barrier to entry is low enough where I'd even recommend joining to someone who is more unfamiliar with battling. Just don't be afraid to ask for help. Our community is really great with providing support in a friendly and respectful fashion. Season 9 is probably going to be starting this week. It's actually, I was going to say either the 5th or 6th of August, but it really looks like it's going to be the 5th. It's going to be Friday. Everyone's voting for Friday. And that means there will be plenty of time before the start of the school semester for us to play games, and the whole thing will be finished well before midterms. So there'll be plenty of time before work gets really intensive to have fun with some goddamn Pokemon. But if you listen to all this, and you're still not convinced, maybe stick around and spectate. It may give you a better sense of the league in case you want to join us sometime in the future, or at the very least, you can enlighten the wacky, weird shit that happens in our battles, and I can guarantee there is a lot of that. All right, I promised I'd keep it brief, so I won't stop randomly. Thank you for listening. UNCPDL forever. Forever, I say. All right, I promised I'll keep it brief, so I'll cut myself off there. Thanks for listening. Hold on. Okay, let's get this right. Thanks for listening. All right, I promised I'll keep this brief, so I'm going to cut myself off here. So thank you for listening, and UNCPDL forever.